Hello, everybody. I would normally say good morning, beautiful nerds, but it is very far from morning. I don't even think that it's technically morning anymore, where some of my friends live. I am glad to say that, compared to last time I streamed, the heat is a lot less severe, so I don't feel like I'm dying this time round. So hopefully, the stream goes a little bit better. Unfortunately, there is some upset though. A friend of mine ended up losing his pet recently, and it's hit us all really, really hard. You know, we've been trying to say our goodbyes and help my friend, you know, deal with the situation, but it was a very sudden loss, and so I'm sorry if I seem a little bit flat today. I'm just really worried about my friend. Oh, hey, Okari. Are you doing okay? But yeah, bit emotional, to say the least. And of course, I immediately come into the game to hear gunshots, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. Yeah, Korea, I don't know how much you heard, but I just said that the weather's doing a little bit better. At least I don't feel like I am overheating to death anymore. How am I not hitting these guys? Probably doing better than the rest of us. What on earth? Oh, of course. I'm glad you're doing all right, at least, Okari. I'm just really worried about Boom right now. But I'm trying not to do what I usually do, because I have a bad tendency to worry about other people to the point where I don't take care of myself and I end up quite unwell. So I'm trying not to get to that point, but it is still, you know, worry. I don't know where the bullets are coming from. Hello, honey. Max just walked in.
I'm not done, but I need a drink.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Finally put together that storage rack thing Adam gave us.
Oh, cool.
It's not tall enough for me to hold a full bodysuit on, but
I figured that it could hold some of the other stuff. I was thinking maybe like some of the fabrics or some of the other bits that we've got in the boxes.
that's kind of what I've done.
Yeah.
So I've got more floor space-ish.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, Boom. I didn't know if you'd be joining us or not. How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'm glad that it's helping at least.
The funny thing is, when I was assembling it, I couldn't like skip songs or anything, so I went from country music singing about country music to I Am All of Me to fucking Duran Duran.
Wow.
So I went from country to heavy metal to 80s rock.
The eclectic taste that you have is...
Do you want to know whose playlist I've got on?
What? Moritax? Your character playlist, dude. What the heck? I love you, honey. Oh. Oh, hey, Nathan. I think that your OC is brilliant. I was actually already working on drawing a Sonic version of Chinook. And since you've drawn him, I know what details to add now. I was going to try and draw Chinook with Kuro, since I made Kuro a OC design after, just before he passed away. I'm doing okay, Nathan. I'm just worried about Boom. I don't know if you want to explain or if you want me to explain it. Did I just hear about a country version of I Am All Me? No, there is a OC of Max's. He's made this big like playlist full of songs that character would like, and it's mostly 70s and 80s music, but I Am All of Me is one of the songs that he's got on that, and the playlist went from playing a country music song to playing I Am All of Me, and then to Duran Duran, which is an 80s like pop rock group. I don't know if pop rock is exactly the way to describe it, but I mean that's kind of the way that I think about it. So that's what he was talking about. I would love to see someone try to make a country version of I Am All of Me. That would be funny. Oh, I'd already been in here the last time. Okay, I've already explored all of that. Your bond with Boom always warms my soul. Ah, I mean, Boom makes it easy by just being one of the sweetest guys that we have in the Discord server. That would be amazing, Boom, yeah. But yeah, yeah. Oh, I completely missed there. How are you doing today, by the way, Boom? There we go. I know that it's a stupid question given the circumstances, but still. Drawing something for Chinook too, since you kind of associated him with the wind. Thought about drawing him as Laius, the Greek wind deity. Oh, that sounds like a really nice idea, Okari. Doing better compared to yesterday. Not stupid at all, I appreciate it too. Bless you. I mean, I say that it's a stupid question because I know, you know, you're obviously not like, oh, I'm so fine, I'm back to normal, but like, I feel like asking people how they're doing can just give them the okay to talk about things if they want to talk about things. But like, people always when I ask that question, like, oh, that's a really dumb question given the circumstances, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm giving you an opportunity to talk about it if you want, and some people just don't understand what I'm trying to do. Caps. I got more caps. I will never not be able to see that puff of smoke as more like a fart than wind, but I get what you mean. Oh, I can get cloth from the baseball glove. Because that's what I need more than anything else right now. Cloth. Pardon me. I don't really need more weapons. The fact that I have too many weapons, if anything. I remember that this is where I was the last time I left this game off, but I do not remember what I was doing. Oh, good grief, there's one of them there. And I've just caught the attention of one of those creatures. Alright, where is it going to come up and start nibbling on my toes? Mole rat meat. Oh my good god! Ah! Oh! What? What? Where? I can hear one of you, but I don't see where you are. Where are— oh my god, you're right there. Was that a giant naked mole rat? Yeah, these are mutated mole rats. Yeah. Mole rats and mole people. If any of this ever gets too much for you, that's completely understandable. If you need to go at any point, boom. Just letting you know that. They got Rufus. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I should probably close my curtains so I can see better. There we go. The glare on the TV really makes it awkward to see. I should probably actually check up here, shouldn't I? And see what there is up there. If there's anything that can be grabbed, anything that I can make fabric out of. Oh. Someone kind of doing the splits up there. Cigarettes, that can help with making fabric as well. You have an oven mitt. That can help. I just want to say, before I forget, I love you guys, and I hope that you're all doing good. Or as good as you possibly can. Things have been, not great. In general. For a lot of us, for a lot of different reasons, so, yeah. I just want to say that I love you, and Hope you guys are alright.
I'd like to thank the Monongah Township Council for letting me attend your meeting today. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Daniel Hornwright, CEO of Hornwright Industrial. I'm here with an offer. Strike that. I'm here with a proposal so beneficial and so incredibly lucrative that simply calling it an offer doesn't begin to do it justice. I want to purchase the mining rights to Monongah Mine from your town. Not only for a generous sum of cash up front, but for perpetual.
I do not trust the Hornwrights.
Royalties for every single ton of coal that we extract.
No, thank you,
What do you
Uckery.
have to provide in return? Nothing. How much money does the town have to outlay initially? Not a penny. All I need is for you to sign on this dotted line. Sit back while the money rolls in. No risk, all reward. And most important, no chance that anyone from this town ever gets hurt in that mine again. I humbly await your reply.
Excuse me. So that's how he convinced them to hand over the rights to all of the mines in Appalachia. They basically promised all of these towns, hey, if you give us the rights to your mines, we'll basically make free cash for the cities and the towns that those mines are in, and you guys won't have to risk anyone's life or jobs. And then immediately they just kicked everybody out, replaced them with robots, and literally buried any of the miners that try to fight back in the mines that they used to work in. No risk or reward, he says. God, I never trust people like that. Agreed with Okari-chan, especially since yesterday you guys managed to cheer me up. Oh, bless. I'm not entirely sure if you're referencing something there. Oh, yes, hello. Whoa.
Some kind of support.
Oh, that's my shoulder support that doesn't fit me. I even got the extra large one and it still doesn't actually fit my arms. My arms aren't even that big. Sorry about that. Max found one of my joint supports. I really need to get like a body braid support for my my whole body to keep my joints in, but at the minute I have to make do with like ones that just target specific joints. But the ones that I've got, because of how tight they are, they're not great to wear long term, so if I want to leave the house for more than an hour, I can't really wear them. Aside from the wrist splints, the wrist ones are fine, but like the shoulder splints and the knee and hip ones, I can't wear for very long, because they cut off the circulation to my body. Which is not fun for anyone who's ever dealt with like their circulation being cut off before. Okay, I've said this phrase before when Cross was here. Oh, yeah, sorry, I completely misread the words that you wrote down. I didn't, sorry, I has the dumb. A dirty pillow, yes. I can use the pillow. Crispy squirrel bits. Crispy? I don't know if you noticed, but the spell that I attempted to do yesterday, I had to do it a couple of times because when I was so nervous because I'd never recorded myself doing a spell before, and I kept on mispronouncing words. I have a propensity for embarrassing myself. So yeah, I ended up casting that spell like 3 times. Because although it's not the end of the world when you do it wrong, like you get the words wrong, as long as your intentions are there, I still didn't want to, like, I still wanted to get it correct. Ooh, Mirelurk egg, yes! Do I have a recipe to cook Mirelurk egg now? I think I might. Oh, so it wasn't all on my side of the bed. Max just brought through a bunch of dishes from his bedroom.
A bunch of dishes? I bought you 2.
Yeah, but you brought some earlier though as well.
Not that much. Still more on your side.
There's none on my side. There's one bowl from last night.
There's not that much in my room. Literally all I can see now is a fork. Oh,
I love you, honey. Careful.
Spilled some rotten dog food.
Oh. Oh. Let us know if you need any help later. Let me know if you need any help later. Did any of those dishes run away with the spoon? Dude, barely anyone knows about that nursery rhyme. Like, I have quoted that nursery rhyme and nobody knows what on earth I'm on about. Oh dear. Well, somebody killed this guy. Whether it was just before or just after the bomb fell, I don't know, but, that ain't an accident. That is homicide. Oh! Don't really need any of these things. I need to see if I can find somewhere in here a place that I can, like, cook stuff. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon, the little dog laughed to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon.
In hindsight, I probably should have replaced the water.
Oh no.
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad that you realized that before you actually started sweeping up. Ah. How the heck did I miss that one? Caps. Ooh, a missile. I should probably take it. Just because I know that I will eventually find a rocket launcher, a missile launcher, and it's a good idea to have missiles like stockpiled at your base if you can. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and take that. And bobby pins. I've heard the nursery rhyme, but for some reason I assumed you were trying to make a joke about Spoonie. Wait, does that make Cass the dish? Oh my god, I love you guys. Oh, missile launcher right there. Nice.
Do you have any bleach?
Yeah. Why is it? It's in the kitchen, bathroom.
Where in the bathroom?
I think it's in the sink. That or it's in the cupboard. Ooh, stim packs. Yes, please. I need more stim packs. Oh yeah, I already checked through all of this. Cass's Sonic OC is actually a ferret, so he's a dish ferret. Why does a dish ferret sound like a Mobius version of a scrub dad? I know that it's called something else, but I don't like saying that word. Dish ferret and spoony mink, absolutely. We'll have to tell Spoony her husband is now a dish ferret. Was I just up there, or am I being dumb? Have I already been up here? I think I have already been up here. I have already been up here. Oh my god. In Vinny's stream, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Oh! Oh no, you cannot tell me, please. Please do not tell me that one of them has a mini nuke. Please don't tell me one of them has a mini nuke launcher, please. I don't need to deal with that when I've not got any freaking power armor. No. Like, worst case scenario. I really don't want to deal with the mini nuke launcher. Unless that was just a missile launcher, but even then a missile launcher is not a great thing to have to go up against when you don't have power armor. Ooh, doll head, doll head. Is there anything in here? Nope. Sometimes in the abandoned buses you can find like little bits, like chems and food. It's usually like Blamco mac and cheese or whatever. Someone stuffed into a suitcase, but still. When I hear power armor, for some reason I think of Mega Man. I mean... Does Mega Man even have any? Or am I thinking about... Oh, no. I was thinking of Mega Mind for a second there. I was like, huh? Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I don't know much about the Mega Man games, though. Ooh, Tarberry, And pre-war money. Ooh, Schlockham's Joe. That's actually one of the recipes that they have in the Fallout cookbook that I've got. It's like these little donut breakfast bites that have a coffee cream inside of them. I don't like them, but Max does, so I do make them on occasion. Ooh, those jelly donuts look glorious. That's actually filled with coffee cream. I mean, actually, I think they originally did intend it to be jam. I do love a good jam donut. I like raspberry jam more than strawberry jam, though, because it tends to be a little bit more tart. Strawberry jam is just a little bit too sweet to be inside of a donut that's also covered in powdered sugar. But that's just me. What kind of jelly do you like in your donuts, guys? Just as well, I've got plenty bobby pins. Okay, that doesn't have any kind of plus that I have use for. Jelly filled are my favorite. There's nothing like a jelly filled donut, and it's like onigiri. Wasn't it like the umeboshi plum onigiri that they were actually eating in that scene? I never understood why anime dubs do that. It's like, it's not as if it's impossible for Americans and Brits and other Europeans to actually, like, figure out what a rice ball is. Like, even if they called it a rice ball instead of onigiri. Or onigiri? I can't remember exactly how you're supposed to pronounce it anymore. I've heard so many people pronounce it in so many different ways. But yeah. Oh no, dude! A vault dweller. Damn it. One of my own. Slain. Sucker for jelly donuts, especially with triple berry jam. Oh, that sounds nice. One thing I've always wanted to make for myself is a marmalade filled donut. But the only problem is I prefer to make my own marmalade, and it takes so much time. Like, it's not particularly difficult, it's just time consuming. And when you've already got multiple chronic illnesses that sap what little energy you've got, you really need to be, like, careful with what you spend that energy on. So sometimes I don't really have the energy to make both homemade donuts and homemade marmalade. Oh, Jesus Christ! How many of you guys are there here? Every time I think that I'm past all of yous, more of you pop up. I mean, that's one of the reasons they're called mole miners, I guess. Don't understand half of the 4Kids decisions, but love them all for how hilarious they are. Like in Yu-Gi-Oh! They removed the guns from Pegasus's goons and they were just holding nothing but air. Absolutely, yes. Also the fact that they usually keep the Japanese name of the main protagonist, but then the names of all of the other characters tend to get, like, anglicized. So they end up being given, like, more American and English names. Okay. Caps. just trying to go through everything so I can find whatever I can that will make cloth, because that's what I'm after right now. Mute fruit, that would be a good idea to take as well. An alien toy. Oh, that's cute. And full of lead. Of course it is. It's based off in the 1950s. Everything was full of lead. What is that? I don't know what it is, but I can't pick it up. I don't remember. I know that it's been a really long time since we last bought any, so I don't know if we'll have any left. Sorry, love. Okay. Should we get some wipes when we go out on Monday after we've been paid? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, Joey's voice... Sorry. Yeah, though I honestly love Joey's dubbed voice because he made so many memes in the dub. Sometimes I feel like the voice actors do that on purpose because they know that some of the changes that are being made are kind of bullshit. So they're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna ham it up and make it at least entertaining to watch if they're gonna like mess with the source material this badly. Oh, good grief. Also, most of the sound effects for the monsters in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dub I like, love. Yeah. It's just sometimes I wonder why they change some certain details that they do, because it would be cheaper and make more sense to just leave the sounds as they originally were. And then there's also the instances in which they make representation in the games even worse by doing things like trying to make two characters that were supposed to be gay, like, be related instead, but then don't remove any of the scenes in which they are acting in a more romantic way with each other. And it's like, okay, so you tried to make it appear less gay by making them related instead, but then didn't remove any of the content that you were complaining about, so it just makes them look like they're not only gay, but they're also incestuous, which is just... They did that with, like, characters from Sailor Moon, and I never understood what on earth was going on. And then when I got older and found out that they were actually meant to just be in a gay relationship, but the censorship decided to make the change to make them related in the hopes that people would just assume that they were just really close cousins, as just like, oh good grief, that was like one of the worst decisions I've ever seen people make when it comes to dubbing and editing anime for a Western audience. No! What? Hello? That sounds horrible. I heard 4Kids made contracts with a lot of anime not knowing it was for adults only, so they just damage controlled it frantically. Yep, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know it's technically not like a Japanese anime, but I know that there was a series, Panty and Stocking, where they did the same thing. Oh no, was it a Japanese series? But it was like the style was changed a little bit to be a bit more similar to, but whatever. Either way, there's a lot of instances of things like that where like they ended up changing a bunch of stuff, either for anime or for other like Western animations that had already been created. I know there was a few French ones that happened with as well, where they just didn't realize what it was that they bought out, and then it wasn't until either it was like in the process of airing or just before it was about to air that they realized that they had to try and like edit out a bunch of stuff and change a bunch of things. It's like maybe instead of just looking at the appearance of a cartoon, they should actually watch an episode or two so they make sure that there's nothing like super inappropriate in them. Martha's letter. Dear Anne, I've decided to take you up on your generous offer to move in with you and Lois. As much as I hate to be a burden on you and your family, I need to get little Timmy away from our dying town. Thanks to Hornwright and his lies, there's nothing left for us here. We'll pack up the truck and head out there after Timmy's last Halloween in Monogra Township. Love you, sis. See you soon, Martha. Oh no. So this woman moved away from the town because it was dying, because the mines had been bought up by Hornwright and the economy in the town crashed. She wanted to give her son one last Halloween in their hometown before moving to go and stay with her sister, but it was only a couple of days before Halloween that the bombs were dropped. So they were hoping to spend one last Halloween at home, and they ended up dying in the onslaught from the bombs instead. That is heartbreaking. I feel like those days all us Americans thought animation equals kid cartoon. The thing is, that's still a problem now. I mean, the amount of people that have, like, I have known, showed their children things like Has Been Hotel and Helluva Boss, or The Amazing Digital Circus, just assuming, oh, it's bright and colourful and it's animated, so it must be for little kiddies. And their, like, 6-year-old comes away swearing and, like, or, like, gets scared because of the existential dread pieces that can be in those shows. And they're like, how dare you make a cartoon that isn't meant for babies, so, like, I don't have to pay attention to what my kid is watching. Like, people still make those assumptions that if it's animated, then it's all good, and then wonder why their child ends up traumatized. You're right there, hun.
Yeah, I'm just getting my box of personal stuff in here.
Ah, alright. Are we gonna get that put away later on? Oh, there's where it went. Okay. There's not much left, but I mean, we can use it until we go shopping on Sunday. Oh, thank you. You're finding everything today, cleaning up your room, aren't you?
I know.
Well, hopefully it'll mean that we can get a good start on getting everything actually, like, put away now that we have more storage space than we used to.
Yeah.
Especially once we get your bed sorted, so then we can move things around, so then we'll have more space in general in your room.
Yeah. Love you.
Love you too, honey. Like, that's one of the things that I kind of love about Fallout, though, when it comes to these kinds of stories. It doesn't shy away from how humans are really the cause of a lot of human suffering, but it also doesn't shy away from showing that even in awful situations like the literal end of the world, there is still hope for people to at least show common decency to one another and help each other, and how that can make a world of difference when, you know, everything's gone to quite literal hell. Like, especially in Fallout 4, there is a lot of instances of people just focusing, instead of on their differences and on the things that they don't like about each other, putting things aside for the common good of everyone's survival and just working together. Which I find to be, despite the depressing circumstances of the games, quite inspiring and uplifting in a weird way. I'm sorry that I probably described that in the worst words possible. I'm having one of those days where I'm not entirely unable to put things into words, but I'm also not the best when it comes to verbalizing my thoughts at the minute. Spoon just finished Chinook's super form on the Discord chat. She coloured it in and added some extra stuff. It looks really good, I gotta say. Oh, cool. I'll have to take a look. Once I can find my way down here, because I know that I'm supposed to go down here. Unless this is another instance of Fallout giving me just really bad directions. Oh no, there is a super mutant. Well, there's a super mutant hound. I did see a super mutant earlier. Okay, there's a way down back here. And there's another mutant hound over there. There we go. Otherwise that thing was going to sneak up on me and end up killing me. Okay. Guess it's time to investigate. Oh. Mary. What on earth were they keeping in here? They were clearly keeping something. I'm gonna close that door. Just so then if there's something out there, it can't just come down and immediately get me. There are some like open doors in this game, but others can't. Okay, so they had things that were being kept in here. IV bag, can grab that. All endings are merely beginnings waiting to be born. Yeah. And I haven't watched any of the Bionicle movies in a really long time. I used to love those. I'm gonna have to take a look and see if I can find them online somewhere later on. Haven't heard of Bionicle since the old days. If I remember, the last thing I remember from Bionicle is the Glatorium series. I remember like the first couple of Bionicle movies that they did, but I don't remember much from then on. I remember the Mask of Light. That's the one I remember the most. I couldn't think of the name for a second there, but yeah, that's the one I remember the most. Vox Syringe. Oh, it's a syringe gun! And syringe ammo. Well, apparently I might need this for something, so I'll take... Pardon me. Can make the target speak. Will this let me actually, like, be able to understand the mole men? Okay. Okay, so I've got that now. And since there was that mark next to it, I'm guessing that I'm gonna need it for something at some point. I think it was Matonui. Or Taumanui? You could be right. I actually might be completely misremembering. Gladiator Bionicles. I think so? It is, again, it has been so long. You got introduced to Bionicle by that. God, I love how nerdy all of us are. Oh, I already know the plans for a chem bench. Ooh, can I scrap my items while I'm here? Yes, please. Oh, yes! I finally have enough cloth! I will also craft some chems while I'm here before all of the things in my pockets go off. So Matanui, that's it. I pronounced it as Motunui by accident, which is the island from Polynesian myth. Matanui. I now really want to watch The Mask of Light. Thank you for reminding me, everybody. Healing. I can make some more diluted stim packs. And some more boiled water. There we go. Alright, let's see what we can find on this terminal. Wouldn't blame It kind of does sound like that, Loki. I think it's because they used I think they actually used like a mix of different like myths and legends from a bunch of different cultures to inspire the Bionicle series initially. So they might have actually gotten it from that in the first place. Okay, begin Vox interpreter data collection exercise. Welcome. Oh, sorry, Brain, I am not. Welcome, Mr. Harrison. Important reminder to self. Before venturing out to collect data, remember to bring your syringer and a sufficient supply of ammo. Take the Vox interpreter holotape and load it into your recording device. The program should start automatically, and it will wait to receive signals from the darts. Tag the animal you wish to interpret. I'll need to collect data from a number of creatures if I want to fully understand them. Maintain data collection for about 45 seconds for an optimal sample. For these preliminary trials, doesn't matter if the animal dies in the process, but try to keep it alive long enough to get sufficient data. Holotape should provide enough storage for roughly 3 encounters. Return holotape to the lab terminal for processing. After data has finished processing, you may repeat the process. What the fuck? That's kind of messed up, trying to learn how to understand different creatures by giving them something that will make them make noise for long enough for it to be translated and they can die from it. That I might be misunderstanding here, but that still does not sound good. Haven't used this in a bit, but my leg. What was that? Record your logs here, Eddie. Okay. What follows are my efforts to converse with myself in order to stave off loneliness and insanity. In order to simulate interaction with another human, I will send a message to myself to read later after binging on alcohol. Then I will respond to the best of my ability. The disparity between my inebriated self versus my sober self shall at the very least provide me some unexpected results. My dude, this just sounds like you're torturing yourself. You're seeing 3 screens.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. What? You were finally able to take a break now?
Yeah, I think my room is now the cleanest room in the house.
Oh dear. I never thought that I'd hear that.
Mm. And with it being so hot, the floor dried up super quick.
Oh, that's good.
I was going to swap the RAM out on my computer, but I realised I don't know where the fucking power cable is for it.
Do you want me to help you look for it on Sunday?
No, I was going to suggest we'll work on cleaning up the rest of the flat, then look for it, and then I'll ask Adam if he'd come down and do a RAM check on the computer.
And help us out with switching it out.
Problem.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too. Have fun, honey.
I'll try.
Can you close this with the door too? Okay. Hold on, guys. I need to close the door. There we go. That's much better. Sorry, I had to close the door properly because Max closed his bedroom door, but because he's listening to his music quite loud, I had to quick now take over the stream. Boom. But yeah, I had to close the other door, so I'm not like hearing his music in the background when I'm trying to read. My dyslexia makes it difficult enough to read without having to also deal with being distracted by my partner's music. And my alarm is going off, now I'm being distracted by music. There we are. Okay, message to Eddie. Dear Eddie, here goes an attempt number 1. I hope you're cognizant enough to formulate a coherent reply. It's the day after what would be Valentine's Day. Not that it would have ever mattered anyway. I missed my big shot years ago with Elaine. Should I have been less focused on my work? Would I have noticed the signs before it was too late? Oh, I feel like a fool, talking to myself about this. I don't know what I'm doing. What do I have to lose? I might as well try it once. I'm out of ideas. Yours, Dr. Harrison. What, From Eddie. Forgot how much I hate the taste. I don't feel any effects yet. Maybe I just need more. I'll leave this here. Okay, bottle's almost empty. I don't even know... I don't even know what if I'm drink yet. Maybe Maury? Stupid, why do you think this would be a good idea? Okay, so I drink a whole bottle of something vodka. I don't know. How are you? Let's go do science. Yeah, look at me. I'm doing science. You're so screwed up with Elaine. So what? You think there are other fish in the tree? You can't do anything about it, nor anyway. Move on. You should just do a scientist anyway. You're smart. You got this, Dr. Me. Hey, I'm gonna find what to drink and go to sleep bed. Hang in there, buddy. I'm sorry. I do not act drunk very well. Oh my god. Boom. This guy is basically drunk texting himself. He's leaving himself messages while he's sober to talk back to while he's drunk in the hopes that it'll help him avoid going through a mental spiral since the world ended. This is like after the war, the bombs have fell, he's the only person alive left in the town. So yeah, he's hoping that if he's drunk and talking, like sending messages back and forth between himself when he's drunk and he's sober, he hopes that it will be similar enough to talking to a completely different person that he won't feel like he's alone. I understand it all, but I still feel confused. Yeah, it's a terrible idea. But I mean, I think at this point he's been on his own for a long time because the bombs fell just before Halloween. If this is the just after Valentine's Day, then this has been October, November, December, January, February. This has been like 5 months since the bombs fell. This guy's been on his own in his house trying to avoid the radiation for 5 months, and this is the desperation that he's gotten to the point of with his depression spiral. So I can kind of see why he thinks that this might help. I feel like after 4 months of being locked in the same one room, you'd eventually get to the point where you're like, fuck it, I've got to try and do something to stop myself from going completely insane. But yeah, I am with you, Okuri. This is not the thought pattern of someone who is okay whatsoever, and it really does not make sense. I'm glad that you're feeling a bit more like yourself, Boom, even if it is just because of me pretending to be drunk. If it'll work.
I mean, I'm not bothered about the light, it's holding my phone up.
Oh, were you gonna,
Did you find that hard drive?
No, but I can look for it after I'm done streaming if you want.
I think I've got enough space on my phone to record a couple of short clips.
Okay. If I do manage to spot it before I stop streaming, I will just shoot you a message on Discord. Love you, honey. Boom. Have you been sitting too still and now you're hyperactive? To Eddie. Eddie, I read your reply yesterday morning after recovering. I believe that's what one would call a massive hangover. So that's what it's like. I remain uncertain about this idea, but you were oddly insightful, so I might as well give it another go. I don't know what to talk about, but last time did prove to be helpful dealing with my past failures, so let's try that again. I wish I had been more outgoing when I had the chance. I had no friends in this town. Guaranteed most of them were simple, at least compared with me. I wonder what I could have done better. Maybe in your stupor you will again accidentally provide the wisdom I seek. I suppose we'll find out. So not only that, it seems like this guy has a real stick up his arse and has realised that when he's sober he makes less sense, but he's also a lot more open to actually being emotionally himself. It sounds from this as well like he's never drank before, so this is his first experience being inebriated, which is definitely interesting to basically read someone's diary of their first experiences getting sloshed. I mean, like, I had experiences with drinking alcohol from quite a young age, because in the UK, your parents can legally give you small amounts of alcohol with your meals, as long as you don't end up drinking enough that would put you in hospital or make you unwell or put you in a dangerous situation. So like my family from being quite young would give me a very small amount of wine in the bottom of a shot glass mixed with some lemonade, and they would let me have that on Christmas with my Christmas dinner, and that was my first ever experience with alcohol. And the older I got, the more they would let me drink. And then once I got to about 15 years old, my mum was like, you can drink if you want, but if you want alcohol, you have to pay for it out of your own pocket money. And if you get drunk, then, you know, if it's a school night, you are going to school with a hangover. And she's made me go to school when I've been sick before, so the idea of her sending me to school with a hangover was definitely, you know, I knew she wasn't, like, bluffing, but I never felt the need to try and get drunk. I didn't like the taste of alcohol that much, and I was just like, because it wasn't anything that I was prevented from having. It wasn't like how it was for my classmates. A lot of my classmates drank a lot, and it was very much a way of rebelling against the teachers and against their families. But for me, since it was something that I wasn't always kind of allowed to do, I never saw the big deal about it, and I never liked the idea of getting absolutely, like, intoxicated. I've been tipsy, like, a little bit, a few times. There's one time in my life where I did actually get properly drunk, and it was an accident. And I still never got drunk to the point where I had a hangover, though, or that I had forgotten anything that happened. I still remembered the entire night. It was just, I was having a little bit of whiskey with some chocolate, and I wasn't paying attention to how much of the whiskey I was sipping at, and then I just suddenly felt really nauseous and ended up throwing up. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I don't want to even look at what's left of this. And so I just kind of hid it away in a cupboard, because just the thought of looking at the whiskey bottle would turn my stomach. And it wasn't until like 3 months later that I had anything to drink again. I was just like, yeah, no thanks, no. But yeah, I've never gotten drunk to the point that he has, and I hate the idea of getting to that point. Like, getting so drunk that you can't speak properly and that you don't remember what happened the night that you were drinking. The idea of getting that sloshed really freaks me out. And I'm like, please no. You just reminded me it's Christmas in 4 months. Good grief, 4 months. But yeah, alcohol, I don't drink very often. It's funny, I'll like go out for a meal with friends and people will look at me weird because I don't drink. But then there are other people who will look at me weird when they realise that I'm not a teetotaler, like some of them think that I am. It's like, I just like to occasionally have a drink if the mood takes me, if I'm having it with a meal. I don't think that should be considered weird. I also really don't think that not drinking alcohol should be considered as weird as it is. Like, some people act really weird towards people that just don't want to drink. And I feel like regardless of the reason someone doesn't want to drink, like, it should be respected. Like, you don't need alcohol in order to enjoy things in life. And it just really frustrates me when there are people that will see someone who's like out and about not drinking and being like, oh, you're so boring, you need to have some alcohol. It's like, why? It's like, surely if you need alcohol in order to have fun, then you must be the boring one. Sorry to ramble about this for so long, but it's just this guy is so bizarre. And it's really making me think. It's somewhere in the pile over here. I've been trying to find them.
Oh. Taking it you've washed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've never heard of alcohol drinks tasting any good. There are some that do. But it just depends on how sensitive to alcohol you are, and also what your preferences are. I, for one, cannot stand beer. If I'm having an alcoholic drink, it's usually either whiskey or vodka mixed with fruit juices to make it taste nice, a nice tasty cocktail, or it's like a strawberry cider or something. It's either a really strong drink that's full of sugar and that makes it taste good, or a weak drink that's like really fruity. But I mean, some people are more sensitive to the taste of it, some people are less. Some people lose their sensitivity to the taste of it. For me, initially, sometimes it can taste nice, but then I end up losing interest in it pretty quickly.
Did I throw that can of deodorant back at you?
Yeah, it's right
Not that
here.
one, the other one.
Yes, I did. Here it is.
I was going to start filming, but I don't really want people to see my gut.
Aww. The pink elephants from Dumbo. Oh, yeah, because doesn't he end up drinking champagne or something and getting drunk, and that's what that whole sequence is about. Oh, yeah, no, that was the correct one. Okay, good and drank now. Almost forgot to write. Hey, you're me. Yeah, you. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's what it is. No one liked you. They were all a bunch of a-holes, and you were too good for any of them. Too smart. I feel like I'm talking like May from Night in the Woods. But you wanna know what? I know you were also too much of a coward to talk to anyone. You know why you couldn't get any to baby entrepreneur thing? You know why? Because you were too chicken, too scared to approach anyone to ask, you big dumb dummy. What a waste. Get yourself together, Doctor. Why do you drink so much? I feel like I'm gonna... Sound like Roz from The Wild Robot, do I? I don't know what that is. I've not seen that movie. I need to go see it at some point. Eddie Harrison, you are a genius. First, I'm done with this experiment. I would say the abuse isn't worth it, but it yielded fantastic results. I'm now reminded of my infant interpreter, a device I was developing to interpret the incoherent babblings of babies and convert it into a common language parents could understand. I believe with some modifications I could make it work on animals. There may not be many other human beings alive now, but there is no shortage of animals. In fact, I have witnessed fascinating new mutations around us here as of late. I won't need to interact with humans ever again. So he's gonna use the interpreter thing that he was trying to develop earlier on animals, and that's why the whole thing was saying, like, even if they die, just make sure that you record enough audio of these creatures so you can learn how to speak the language of the wasteland animals. Oh my god, can I talk to a Deathclaw at some point? That would be fun. Oh, you have to see it, it's so good. Made by DreamWorks, and the team behind it is the same ones that did How to Train Your Dragon. Nice. I've been meaning to watch it. I think it's up on some of the streaming services that that we have. I need to check it out. Thank you for reminding me. Damn it all, the Vox interpreter seems to work. However, the bite I sustained seems to be infected, and that infection is spreading. Who would have imagined I would be done in by a mutated hairless squirrel? I'm fading faster than I would have liked. I'll leave everything here as it is when I'm gone, so someone else can continue feeding data into the program. Maybe someone will see wisdom in my writings. Don't let opportunities pass you by. Be brave. If life after the war has taught me anything, it's how lonely the world can be. Do anything you can to remain sane. If you found this, you're going to want what I've created. Use it to gather more data, and maybe one day the right person with the right skills will come along to finish my work. At least we can give them the data they'll need for the job. Okay, so that guy really a lot. So I'm guessing Mary was one of the creatures that he captured at one point. Oh god, I was in there reading all day and now the sun is setting again. Or is it rising? Okay, it's not actually setting or rising. I just came out in the middle of the day and it took a minute to adjust to the light. Oh, you kidding me? I missed him. Shoot, I didn't mean to shoot again. Okay. Super mutant brute. I am not eating mutated dog flesh. That is one of the things I will not eat in this game. It won't let me do that one either. Oh, bless. Probably died trying to contact his family members that are further away. Oh, a nuclear power plant. It's the summoned skull? The summoned skull? I do not know what you're on about. I should probably finish taking a look around here before I continue on to Fort Atlas. Or is it something else that I'm supposed to be going to? I do not remember at all what it was I was actually meant to be doing. Sorry for being quiet. I'm drawing and watching the stream. That's alright, Okari. What you drawing? I'm sorry if I'm just being a bit nosy at this point. Rabbit hide. Oh, rad rabbit. Ooh, cigarettes. More cloth. Oh yeah, I already have plenty cloth. I don't need it. Okay. What else am I supposed to be doing? Okay, so I need to head over this way to Fort Atlas. And then, once I've been to Fort Atlas, I'm gonna head back to, the, White Spring. So then I can drop off the, couple of things that I've got. And after that, we can come back up here and, oh no, I still don't have the ability to go into Monogram Mine yet, so we'll have to leave that one for now. after I've gone here and I've dropped off the things that I need for the White Spring, I might need to I'm trying to debate on what I want to do next, because I do want to go and check out one of the other areas of the map I've not been to yet, because even though I have traveled quite far on the map, I have not gone over here. I've not gone in this direction on the map at all, and I wanted to go and check out the Mothman Museum, because that has always intrigued me. I really loved getting to take a look at the Witch Museum in Salem in Fallout 4. So, oh, that's so sweet, Okari. I'm sorry if you mentioned it earlier and I completely missed it. I might have saw it and forgotten. I'm sorry, guys. You guys know what I am like for forgetting everything. But yeah, I do want to check that out. So I'm just gonna have to see how far I get with everything I want to do. It says Mothman on the map, but instead it's gonna be the Muffin Man Museum. No, Mothman is actually an entity in this. There is a cult that worships the Mothman. Have I already been in here? Yeah, I think I have. Alrighty. This is the direction I need to go in next. Insert Shrek Muffin Man meme. Do you know the Muffin Man? Sorry, that was a really bad impression of Gingy that I did. I used to be able to do a really good impression of him, but oh, what? Did you like that impression anyway, Boom? Huh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. There are bodies hanging from the rafters. Oh god. Is it... My question is, though, is it super mutants or is it blood eagles? Or is it abandoned? That's an opossum. I'm not gonna shoot the possum. Oh no! No, 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 no. Ah! Oh my god, can I please just... Oh! Oh! Ah! Why? So many immediately. Ah! Okay. I guess the raiders turned into ghouls. Why did I have to read that in his voice?
That glue gun is fucking brilliant.
Oh?
As soon as I stuck Mara's nose onto the rest of his base, it stuck. The problem is, it's slightly wonky, and I can't change it now. So now Mara has a permanently wonky nose.
I mean, you could probably
I mean, I'm not too bothered about it.
I mean, I was gonna say if you shave it down, if you're using fur, then you could then overlap the new fur on top of it.
I've not stuck fur on. I've literally glued the plastic together.
Oh.
So like the plastic nose, I stuck onto the plastic head base.
Ah.
But it's slightly wonky. It's off by like a few centimeters.
It'll be less obvious when you put the fur on.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it adds a little bit, because he has probably been punched in the face enough times.
I mean, weren't you thinking about giving him like a bump on his nose at one point from how often he's had his nose broken?
I don't know. Do you know where we have any paper?
Is there not that sheet of the big roll of paper?
It's gone.
Is it not in the wardrobe?
No, I've had a look. I can't find it. I mean, I can have another look.
Yeah, I don't know where. I mean, we could go out and buy some if you want sometime soon.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a good idea to get a bag, some printer paper, because
yeah,
I want to making my first suits.
Yeah.
I mean, I did find a sketchbook, but didn't really want to rip it.
Yeah. Why is there just casually a can of salt, a canister of salt? Fragmentation grenade. He's just kind of up here with a fishing pole. And so much salt. Was he planning on salt curing fish? How does he expect to catch fish out here? The sunset in this game looks so pretty. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud, no. Oh, I'm getting heart palpitations like I was last time. I'm not so anxious this time as much as it's... Oh, my pots. I'll be okay. Okay, I need to go up there, so I think I need to go around this way. Okay. Ooh. I found some aluminium. I can mine that later when I need it. That's like one of the things that they added because it's in like the mountains and there's lots of mining areas in Appalachia in real life. They just kind of decided to add a bunch of spots where you can like mine materials that you find out here. Where is it that... Okay, it's up that way. Oh! I think that's where I'm meant to be going. Thankfully, it's not as bad as it was last time. Okari, I do not know if that hug is aimed at me or Boom, but thank you either way. Oh, the blackberry's right there. Have I? No, I haven't. Okay, I need to eat. No, that's not what I want to do. Not what I want to do either. Funnel cake! Lamco mac and cheese. Bottled water. Canned dog food. Cram. Crispy squirrel bits. Fancy lads. And now I just really need to fill up my water, so I'm gonna go ahead and drink the bottled water I've got. You, Loki. But sure, Boom can get in on this if he wants. Ah, bless. You guys are sweethearts. And there's copper I found as well, that's cool. Okay, is this gonna lead me up and around? Oh! Apparently I accidentally started a Brotherhood quest. I don't like that. Pounces on the both of you, Tigger style. Don't worry, Okari-chan, I got my own way of hugging. Yeah, your way of hugging always breaks my bones. Well, it dislocates them. Oh no. I made it to Fort Atlas. But... this doesn't look good. Oh no, Brotherhood. I know that they've not aggroed onto me, and oh fuck. This is a Brotherhood of Steel place. This is a base for them. I don't want to have to deal with them. I really don't want to do this. Are they really gonna try and make me join the Brotherhood? What's these guys' deal? Basically, the Brotherhood of Steel are a group that want... They claim that their goal is to protect humanity by preventing people from having access to the kind of technology that allowed the nuclear war to happen. But basically the way they go about it is they kill anything that isn't human. So all of the people that have been mutated and turned into ghouls but aren't feral, they're still good, normal people, they just look different because they've been physically mutated, they will kill them. Any sort of technology, be it a power armor, be it a power source, or even a toaster oven, the people that have those things will find themselves looking down the barrel of these guys' guns, and the deal will take any technology that people have in order to control what people can and can't do and can and can't have. So they use pre-war technology to make sure other people can't use... Oh god. Sorry about that, my game freaked out. I'm gonna save here, and then go back into the game after I've saved, just because it seems to be insistent on crashing. But yeah, they are very, they're not very great people. They have what seems like a really noble goal initially by trying to prevent people from being able to use nuclear technology to start another war between everybody again. But the way that they go about it causes more conflict and more harm, and actually keeps technology out of the hands of people who need to be able to use it to save themselves. There have been instances of people who have gained access to technology that would allow them to clean the water, so they have water that won't irradiate them anymore, and the Brotherhood have taken that off of them, saying, oh, we're trying to protect you guys from what you might do with this technology, but then leaving the people who need it to survive to die of things that could have been prevented if they had been allowed to keep hold of that tech. So yeah, they say that it's all for the sake of like protecting humanity, but really they just want to be dictators. And there's a lot of symbolism, there's a lot of links to the way that they go about things that are similar to like certain sects of like Catholic like Catholicism, but it's just psycho-Amish people. Kind of, yeah. But they use the technology that they say other people can't use, because apparently they're the only ones who have the good enough intentions to use it properly. And surprise, surprise, they usually end up using that technology that they're trying to quote-unquote protect other people from on the people that they're supposed to be protecting and killing them. So, like, it is really... yeah. They use a lot of like verbiage and ranks among their people as well. That's very common in like religious groups and stuff as well. I don't think it's meant to be like a criticism of faith it as a whole, but I do feel like there's a lot of things that the Brotherhood do that the creators use to criticize people who use their beliefs to harm and control other people, and still somehow try to claim that they're in the right, despite doing things that are very clearly like bad, or even something that's supposed to be against their religion. There's so many things that the Brotherhood claim they can't do or won't do. For crying out loud. There's so many things that the Brotherhood claim they can't or won't do, but then they always end up like doing them, but insisting that, oh, it's okay if we do these things sometimes if we think that like the time is right or whatever. There's just so much hypocrisy with them. Religious hypocrisy, I think, is what they're supposed to be a commentary on. Among also like just military culture. My computer is freaking out. I think there's also meant to be a lot of commentary on military culture through the Brotherhood of Steel. If this keeps happening, I might have to restart my computer, my PlayStation. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees. Oh, hypocrites. Yes. Actually, scribe is one of the jobs. Oh my good god. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart and start over. I'm gonna have to restart my my PlayStation and start the stream over because this keeps on happening. It is not happy. And I'm afraid that it's gonna die on me. So I will be back with another stream. Just give me a few minutes, guys.